Thank you for joining Stardust in Motion. This is Ra, and this video will be about your psychic powers. Everyone is psychic. Whether they choose to believe in it or not, everyone has this special power. For some people, it's dormant because they refuse to believe in it. They are totally disconnected, but that doesn't mean that they cannot become or awaken their psychic abilities. For those of you, you are already aware that you have something special. You sense it, and some of you are actually using it. There are many abilities that fall under being psychic, and some of you have more than one. The most popular ones are the clairs, the ones that people know about, like clairvoyance, the ability of getting visions, of seeing things that are about to happen or seeing things that are happening. And sometimes these clairs, like clairvoyance, happens in our sleep, in our dream state. Most of the times that people that have psychic experiences, it's actually in their dream state. There's also clairaudience, which is hearing messages, hearing information, hearing words, and sometimes even songs. There's also clairalience, which is not as popular, but it is an incredible psychic ability. It is the ability to smell things that other people cannot smell. Now, if you're smelling something very nasty or off, that is indicative of a negative entity, a negative spirit that is in your presence or in that place. Sometimes that clair can also have you smelling roses or flowers, something pleasant, or even cigarette smoke, and that is also indicative of a spirit that has passed on, a person that has passed on. There's also claircognizance. Claircognizance is the ability to just know things. You know things about people, you know things about places or situations, like you're picking up on things and you are not given that information at all. For example, you meet someone and you automatically know, example, that they're a nurse, or you are just aware of a situation that's happening in someone's home, but you were not told anything. Okay, so that's claircognizance. There is also clairsentience, which is the ability to pick up on feelings. So some of you are able to get close to someone or just meet someone, and you automatically know that this person is, for example, depressed, and you feel this heavy weight. You feel exactly what they feel. Now, they look completely normal on the outside, but you're just picking up on this energy. And let's say you're around someone who's just absolutely brilliantly happy and filled with joy, and maybe they're sitting down reading a book or walking by, and like you're automatically lifted up and feel amazing. That's clairsentience. There are other psychic abilities as well, like psychokinesis, which is the ability to move things with your mind. Okay. And there's also telepathy, which is the ability to send messages to another person and also be able to receive messages. And let's give some examples of not exactly telepathy, but someone calls and you know exactly who that is. Okay, that's claircognizance. And you say, oh my gosh, I was just thinking about you. Okay. And then also just knowing certain things about people. Again, that is also claircognizance. And this can also help you. All the clairs can help you also not only protect yourself, help yourself, but also help other people if you are aware of this gift and if you're using it also to help people. Now, also the CIA has been doing work, and they have an infamous project called Stargate, which was actually meant to explore this to spy on other countries and to spy on enemies. And they also used it to train random people, not anyone special or particular, but they would just train random people to spy on them using a different psychic ability called remote viewing, which would be, for example, they would actually be spying on someone in another country and just looking at what they're looking at, maybe looking at documents. And this is something that anyone can do. Anyone can have these abilities. Anybody can work on it. Anybody can train on it. Train to just do things, whether good or bad. Electricity is another sign. And this is not only spirit trying to contact you when the lights flicker, but I want some of you to be aware that when you're seeing light flicker or electricity going out and coming back on, it's not always spirit. Sometimes it's you. It's your energy that's doing that. There's something about your energy and your psychic ability that is setting off these different appliances and making things happen. And you know that it's not, it's you when this does not normally happen. It is your energy and it is your psychic abilities. Seeing sparkles, seeing auras around people, plants, pets. I've seen sparkles around people and I knew that they were going to be someone very special and important, at least to me in my life, and it was correct. It was as though it was destiny, and it was a meeting that was meant to happen. Some of you may have seen that, and some of you may also see auras, and auras that are very strong of people, even strangers. This is a psychic ability. And sometimes the people that you see auras from, they actually have something really special, unique, and powerful about them. If you're only able to see an aura of one person and not the other ones, that is a sign that you need to pay attention also to that person. Temperature. This is not, as far as I know, a psychic ability that you can name like a Claire, but it happens to people. It's happened to me where spirit contacts or gets close enough to give you the freaking shivers, like freezing, and it would be, there's no reason for it at all. So temperature is, it's not only contact from spirit, but it's indicative of you being open enough to receive. There's something about you where you're able to tap into their energy. So shivering, and it can happen like when you are with someone and all of a sudden you feel very, very, very cold. And it's because there is someone who has passed on that knows or is related to that person that you're talking with that is actually there, and they are trying to get your attention. Dreams are very powerful. In your dream state is when you are completely relaxed and calm, which is why many teachers, many gurus recommend meditating to get you to that calm state where your third eye is allowed to open up and to receive information. And also, for those of you who want to manifest, this is also the best way to do it, is to be calm. It's also recommended that before you get into your dream state, I recommend, is to ask a question. Ask any question that you want an answer to. Ask it over and over and over again. Repeat it. And in your dream state, I guarantee you, if not that night, but very soon, you will get an answer in the form of a dream. Now, some dreams, many dreams are not easy to decipher, but you can judge it by the feeling that you get from that dream. Some of you may have animals that show up in your dream, and what is that feeling that you get, right? Is the animal you? Or is it another person? Is it a warning? Or is it a positive guidance? So you can tell a lot from your dream, and sometimes you won't be able to find out right away. It will take you time to reveal itself, but definitely give thanks once you do have a very clear and vivid dream. The message may not be clear, but the dream itself is clear. So I recommend writing it down, and sometimes these dreams are foretelling of something that may come years down the line. Psychic messages can come in different ways. Internally, they can come through nagging thoughts, feelings, maybe an upset stomach, gut feelings. And a gut feeling is something that's very common. And also maybe anxiety or feeling nervous about something. That can also be a psychic ability, a forewarning of something that is happening or that will happen. Externally, psychic abilities are really personal. So information that you may be seeking may be coming to you from the outside. And sometimes information that you were not seeking at all is coming to you regardless. Let's say they are signs on buses, on cars, on buildings, feathers dropping, finding feathers on the floor, coins, butterflies, birds maybe that are symbolic. So it really, again, is something that's very personal to you. And they're messages that only you can understand. And they can also come as numbers. Some of you are very connected to numbers like 11, 11, 33, 44, sevens. Like these are all different numbers with also their own special meanings. And it is a way that the universe, as well as your higher self, is contacting you and sharing with you information for you, whether or not you want to hear it. And sometimes for those of you who are maybe, busy with your day, or maybe disconnected even for that day, spirit, universe will find a way to reach out to you to get your attention through these ways externally. A famous psychic, some of you may know about, lived a few hundred years ago, and he had dreams, prophetic dreams. And remember when I said that the dream state is the most common way people have psychic experiences. So he actually saw the rise of Hitler, landing on the moon, the September 11 attacks, and more. Again, we all have psychic abilities. I think also one thing to pay attention to is that who is the most natural psychic? It's the child. As children, we are all psychic. We are all innocent and pure. And at some point, I think after the age of 7 or 8, is when experiences start to take toll and burden the child and force them into seeing things differently. And not all children, there are some children who are blessed to have parents who support them and encourage them to just follow through on their psychic abilities. But I think it's very important to know that it's easy. It's not that hard to get back there. It really is easy. And the key is to remain open-minded and come with an open heart, and to get back to that space of that childlike wonder and childlike love and innocence, And it's not lost. It's still there, and it's definitely easy. It's easy to attain. All it is that it just takes a little self-work, a little bit of educating yourself and tapping into that place where we all felt pure, good, innocent love. And it's there, it's possible. And once you're there, the world just opens up and is more colorful and is more bright and is more amazing. And you can just see and experience all of these things all over again. Hearing, seeing, clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairalience, clairsentience, with an open heart and open mind. All of this requires you to just start from that childlike place where you initially, that's how you were born. And what happens is that as we get older, we become detached and we end up being in the 3D instead of being in a higher dimension, which is how we came into this world. So thank you so much for joining me, for watching this video. I appreciate you. And if you have any experiences to share about your psychic experiences, please share. I would love to hear about it. Maybe psychic experiences that you've had or that you've seen other people have that have helped you. There's a lot of stories that I personally have. So I could go on forever, but I would love it if you would just even give a like. If you don't even want to share, that's fine. But thank you so much again for joining me, and I wish you guys all the best. Take care.